All right, what's up, everybody? Hey, it's Aaron D back again on the charts. Listen, I want to show you something here. Jumping into the charts, looking at trading view. That Nas100. Nas100 is what we're looking at today. Let's go ahead and let's jump right in. I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all can see the trade that we took today, but let's break it down. Why did we get into that trade? Okay, so let's just go to where we woke up. It was early this morning, y'all. It was 5 a.m. Of course, yesterday's trade was amazing too. Just taking that off the chart real quick, but just from a higher time frames perspective, you guys. There's a couple of trend lines that I want you to look at. Okay, from a very high view. Okay, so this is an hour chart. And you can see that we made a low here last Friday. Well, several Fridays ago. January 6th. Low here, and then we kind of bounced up and hit this trend line, and we started creating this channel, okay? There's a channel right there. And so what's interesting is that we break out of that channel here, all right, on February 1st. Break out of the channel, we kind of range, and we continue higher to another trend line, actually it's a fib line, this blue line right there. We break that, and then we create a 4-hour order block, which you can see here by the gray bar here. All right, so we got that the yellow bar, not gray bar. What's up, man? You better check them glasses. We got the gold bar, right? And then price just melts from that gold bar. Okay, so back to a lower time frame. We'll go to the 5 minute. All right, this is what I'm talking about. Price shoots up and then out it goes, right? And so just big bear candle, right? That's a huge bear candle that I'm looking at as just one large candle. If I could draw it, you're supposed to draw it the way it's really supposed to be. It'd be boom, as our good friend Oliver says. Boom, there it is. That's a big old candle that was out of that bar, or out of that gold bar area. And so when you look at it the way it's supposed to be, that just makes a lot more sense. Well, then we see the bulls come in. And then again, it's almost like, hey, I thought I said get up out of here. And it says, again, the gold bar says, boom. So here's another gold bar, another bear bar that goes even lower. So with that kind of understanding of what this gold bar means, we can then jump to today, and then you'll see why we did what we did earlier today. So there's a couple of scalp opportunities at 5 a.m. As we break structure, we're getting into this trade right here, breaking the structure. We're just taking it to the trend line. Ain't no big deal. 25 points to start the day. All right. Bam. So we take that. It retraces off of that trend line. We don't take the sales because we're in this trend line here on a 5 minute. Everybody pay attention. This trend line here on 5 minute, it'll show up again right there. So we're not looking for the sell right there just yet until we get beneath that trend line, which we do here. All right. So I'm going to show you how we continue to trade pre-market. Here comes 6:30. And then we start to see rejection at 6:35. It starts to show us a green bar. And then, boom, break structure right here. We dive into this bar. Now, it was more like we were going to be doing the same kind of, watching how it reacts to this fib line. So we just hold it. And it wants to go up. So we just take it all the way up for a 1 to 5 right there. Big guys. That's what I'm talking about. And man, that was all pre-market. Friday, pre-market, 7:15. So then we just grab our cup of coffee and we just chill. And then you saw this move. This move was NFP at 730, and as it breaks down, start to enter as it breaks beneath this trend line, and we don't go very far. We just go to the next area, next trend line. So real quick in and out kind of thing. All right, and then we're just waiting for the open, okay? Because what are we anticipating after that big old bearish move? Well, consolidation, of course. So now it breaks beneath that trend line. We're not really looking for sales because we want to see what the open does, because this is just based off of news. We want to see if New York Stock Exchange agrees with what the news just said, okay? All right, so here comes 8:30. It breaks through all this congestion, consolidation. Excuse me. Wow. Big Daddy T comes in handy. All right. And then that's a great entry right there. Take entry here as the bar ejects half of this candle. So that's one thing is also to use, like, you know, when you get this kind of big move right here, immediately just cut it in half, as our good friend Oliver says. Cut it in half and look where it retraces. It touches the halfway point of this big old bull candle and takes off. And as it takes off, leaves a wick. I jump in as the train is moving, y'all. Where we headed? Well, we're headed at least to this level here. Okay, so we're holding this trade. We're just going to hold this trade. We're going to see it react to that trend line. Okay, that's a pause in the market. Okay, so just like we did with this bull candle here, what you could do is once it starts to retrace, all right, you see that red candle, you just put that middle mark. Where's that middle mark of that whole push up? It comes here and it never touches the 50% mark. It leaves 2 wicks to the bottom. It takes off. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so we're targeting the bottom of the 4-hour gold bar. Don't forget the gold bar. All right, and so it leaves the tweezers, and then we smash the gold. We smash the gold. All right, so then I want to target 1 to 5. You know how I like 1 to 5. 1 to 5 is growing on me. All right, so 1 to 5 is somewhere right there. It starts to retrace, starts to show signs of bearish activity. And so this is where I want to consider what happened in the past with these big bearish bars. Okay. I want to see a break of structure. I want to see something that's going to tell us let's go down. And to do that, I went to the lower time frames. All right. So let's see. I think I got involved when the bars started to form a bit more opportunities. I think this was one opportunity that I took that was a bit early, if I'm not mistaken. Then based on the stop losses, based off of that entry candle, I think this was one where I got in a tad early. Let me see. Yeah, then it starts to kind of go back into the gold bar, okay? And so I think I got out of 2 positions on that deal because it broke through, retraced, and then I added another position. Both of those positions got knocked out, which was fine. It's 1.5%. We had pretty big wins on that first go. So then I started looking for different opportunities, and I'm looking for surge out of the gold bar. There it is. So there's a surge out of the gold bar. This is the one that I believe I took. I believe it was entry candle. It might have been structure. I just can't remember right now. But I saw how it just completely started to melt. And so I just said, look, let's take this that's it, to this halfway point of this initial leg, right? It turned into our TP. So then we just watch price print, and there our TP gets hit. And at that point, I'm out. Somewhere right there is where I got out. And anyway, you can just see how price started to react to that level one more time, start to consolidate, and it almost hits our gold bar. So those were the entries today. Look, give it up for yourselves, man. Y'all are amazing. As always, I really appreciate you guys checking out these videos. Thank you. Like, share, subscribe.